Coming up on Wax News, we'll get a recap of Alden High School's prom.
We're also taking a look at the recent senior class trip and the annual school budget vote.
All that and much more. Be sure to stay.
It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. And love and tradition of the grand design, some people say it's even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic clue inside these gentle walls. 'Cause all I see is a tower of dreams, real love bursting out of every scene. As days go by, we're gonna fill our house with happiness. The moon may cry, but we'll smother the blues with tenderness. As days go by, there's room for you, room for me, for gentle hearts and opportunity. As days go by, it's the bigger love of the family.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Carly Hapsha.
And I'm Alex Lee. Welcome to Wax News.
Another end-of-the-year event is the annual senior trip. This year, the seniors went to Sky High Adventure Park in Ellicottville. Students got to climb on 13 different ropes and wood-built courses up to 68 feet up in the trees. The courses are composed of zip lines, bridges, swinging obstacles, and even a few free-fall jumps. Students were also able to go swimming and golfing and enjoyed an amazing lunch on the trip. All of the seniors seemed to have a great time, and I have a full recap on it.
Trip was Friday, May 12th. We kind of assembled together around 7:15 in the morning. We had kind of some light snacks, donuts, apples, bananas to get us ready. Bus, headed over to Holiday Valley. Then we had a nice catered lunch through Chevettas, and then kids got to do some golfing activities and some swimming activities, and then we boarded the bus and came home.
All right.
We wish all of the seniors luck in their future and hope that you all had a great time on the trip. Tuesday, May 16th, the Alden High School's Board of Education hosted the annual budget vote. Community members were welcome between the hours of 6 a.m. and 9:30 p.m. to come and review the proposed budget and then vote on it. Here's reporter Everett Gilbert with a recap of the budget vote.
The recent Alden Central School District 2017 to 2018 proposed budget has passed. The proposed expenditure budget by component includes a total increase of $468,678, which is a 1.3% positive increase. The budget will go towards maintaining all current programs K through 12, high school electives, and enhancing current educational programs, a third grade course experience, the addition of a 7th grade coding course in the middle school, funds for facility repairs and improvements. This new proposed revenue budget will have no increase on the tax levy for the third year in a row. It includes a state aid increase of $462,000, a $75,000 increase in the Erie County sales tax, $3 million will be appropriated for next year's taxes, and no additional reserves will be used to balance the budget. Proposition number 1, to adopt the 2017-18 budget. Proposition number 2 is the authorization to purchase 3 66-passenger buses and 3 28-passenger buses at a maximum cost of $541,500. The expense to be paid from existing voter-approved capital reserve funds and will have no tax impact. Proposition number 3 is the purchase of buildings and grounds equipment. Authorization to purchase buildings and grounds equipment at a maximum cost of $117,500. The district is seeking to purchase a Ford F-350 pickup with plow, 65 horsepower tractor with front-loader bucket, and a 17-foot batwing mower attachment for a tractor. expense to be paid from existing voter-approved capital reserve fund, and it will also have no
The Alden
tax.
School District is very pleased with the outcome of the vote. There are many new and exciting things to come in the future. Thank you to all who came out and voted on Tuesday the 16th. Another annual district event is the art show. The show took place on Tuesday, May 16th during the budget vote. This year, many AP art students were featured in the senior showcases. This event really helps to showcase the remarkable artistic talent of Alden. Reporter Brandy Pursuti has more on this show.
Shining like a work of art, hanging on a wall of stars.
Concentration was focused on nature, and I got really into watercolors this year with I like working bigger, and I just kind of started experimenting with color, and the class really helped me get more into my skill set and figure out what I'm good at. So it was really helpful to me because I started off not so good. I definitely have improved this year, so I'm really happy with that. Advice that I have for anyone going into AP is to definitely get your work done and do stuff over the summer so that you're not doing 4 pieces over the weekend, because we all did that, and that's where the not good pieces come from. So put a lot of effort into it and it'll look good.
Well, the concentration I chose for AP was body image and body positivity because it's something that has been a little near and dear to my heart with any concentration people choose. Because a lot of the times growing up, you see there's only really one image in media. You see, young, healthy, white women, skinny, you don't really see, a nice plus-sized, colored woman. You don't a lot of, much diversity in the media, and I just wanted to bring light to the subject of how people can perceive themselves. My AP class, it did help broaden my skills to where we all get together, we all, look at each other's work, we all see what's going right, what's going wrong, we always come to each other for tips on everything. Advice I would tell you for AP is make sure you choose something that you're passionate about doing, because a lot of times, especially near the end of the course itself, it's very, very tricky trying to find good ideas to help strengthen your concentration overall. You should be really passionate about what your concentration is and make sure you know what you're doing, so that way you have a lot of great ideas to build upon it and, explore it.
Congratulations to all of the art students featured in this show. Your talent is something that Alden is very proud of. Coming up on Wax News, we will be teaching you how to avoid senioritis and talking about the 7th grade chicken barbecue. Be sure to stick with us.
Welcome back to Wax News. In continuation with our AP overview segment from last week, reporter Jacob Fairbanks is taking an in-depth look at the AP statistics and literature. He was able to talk to the teachers that run both courses to get a basic outline of each course. Here's Jacob with more.
Thanks for all the great information, Jacob. Be sure to stay tuned for next week, and we'll take a look at 2 more AP classes. On Tuesday, May 16th, the 7th grade class hosted a chicken barbecue fundraiser at the middle school. Students sold tickets to friends and family to raise money for their 8th grade trip to Philadelphia next spring. Wax News was able to join this exciting event. Let's take a look at that.
The 7th grade class held their chicken barbecue fundraiser on Tuesday, May 16th at the middle school. They are raising money for their trip to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in the spring of 2018. The dinners cost $10 each and were available for takeout on the same day as the school budget vote. Student and teacher volunteers were busy preparing meals, selling tickets, and delivering dinners to cars. 7th grade students earned credit towards the cost of the trip for each dinner ticket that they sold. This will help to cover the expense of the 3-day tour.
So this is the chicken barbecue, and we're raising money to go on our Philadelphia trip next year as 8th graders. And we are super excited.
About 2 months ago, We did the chicken barbecue
Selling them?
selling.
And then like now people are picking them up.
This is the first of multiple fundraisers they will be having.
We have the pancake breakfast
And the candle sale.
candle sale.
But we haven't done those two yet.
Thank you to everyone who purchased chicken dinners, and be sure to continue to support the 7th grade class by participating in their future fundraisers. From Wax News, I'm Jill Peruzzi.
The event seemed to go over very well. This is the first of many fundraisers that the 7th graders will be hosting between now and next spring, so be sure to keep an eye for the next one. With the school year coming to an end, many seniors tend to slowly become less invested in their schoolwork. Senioritis, as it is typically referred to, is becoming a slight problem with some of the students here at Alden. Luckily, reporter Jacob Eberly has some tips to help students fight the end of the school year laziness. Let's take a look at that now.
Hello again, friends. It's your local high school senior, Jacob Eberly. As the warm weather arrives and it gets closer to June, many seniors are beginning to feel the symptoms of a heavily contagious disease called senioritis. Senioritis affects the average student in many ways. They stop caring, have higher irritability, and don't really even try anymore.
Senioritis is real. That's all I gotta say.
Fear not, my friends. With these life tips, you can avoid even the toughest symptoms of senioritis. Tip 1. Stay healthy. Refer back to my health tips video if you need help with that. Staying healthy, getting plenty of rest, and eating well will keep your mind sharp and ready to grind out those last few weeks of school. Tip 2. Fight it with friends. Hang out with friends and sharing plenty of laughs will get your mind off the rest of the time you have to trudge through until the end. Tip 3. Get motivated. Use these few remaining weeks to blow your final assignments out of the water. Study hard and stay positive. College is right around the corner. End high school on a high note. Tip 4. Grow up. If all else fails, just grow up. It's not going to get any easier from here, so put on your adult pants and get over it. Come on, man. And that's all there is to it. These tips will help you, like I'm sure most of mine do. That's all my time for today. Stay senioritis free, seniors. Alright, did we get that?
Yep, we're good.
Thank gosh, I can't wait to get out of here.
Thanks, Jake, for all those helpful tips. Wax News wants to encourage all students to continue putting forth their best effort and finish this school year on a high note. Coming up on Wax News, we will be covering the start of playoffs for the spring sports teams and talking about the new craze of fidget spinners. Stay tuned.
Now it's time to turn our broadcast over to the Wax News sports team to get the latest on all things sports here at Alden High School. The Bulldogs have been doing exceptionally well in all their respective sports. Let's turn it over to Jake with more on that now. Let's hope that all the teams finish out their season strong. For a full update on all things sports, be sure to check out the Wax News website at wacs.aldenschools.org.
This week, we shifted our weekly sensational student story over to the teachers of the Alden School District. We decided to see who students thought was the best teacher in our school and the most deserving of being this week's excellent educator. It came down to the last vote between Mr. Carl and Mr. Casillo. Mr. Casillo was awarded this week's excellent educator, and I caught up with him on why he thinks he deserves this. I also met with Mr. Carl before either of the teachers knew who actually won. A few students, including Peyton Zelasco, had some extra words on who should be awarded.
Well, I'm very honored. I mean, it's great that the kids voted on that, and I'm pretty happy about it. Well, I feel the way I run my classroom, I make it a positive environment and open lines of communication with the students, and try to make that where they feel comfortable to ask me questions, especially with some of the topics we're going to be talking about in health, a little bit uncomfortable. So try to make them as comfortable as possible, and I feel like we build that strong relationship in the classroom.
Now, this is more of a friendly question. How do you feel that you beat out Mr. Carl for this week's excellent educator?
Wow, well, that was tough. I'm honored that I was up against such a great teacher, but I feel he is the same way. I see it on the track all the time, just with his relationship with his athletes. That one-on-one attention he gives them. So I'm just honored to be in the same boat as him.
Sometimes Mr. Carl is really blunt and opinionated, but I know that he only does it because he cares. Mr. Carl focuses on making his students the best that they can be. He doesn't focus his success around his own personal gain, but around the success and growth of his students. Mr. Carl makes class entertaining and active every single day, and his participation in class proves his devotion to his job. Mr. Carl really cares about his athletes and non-athletes, his equipment and the school property, his peers and coworkers. Everyone knows that Mr. Carl is the heart and soul of Alden High School, and if you disagree, you're simply wrong. I'm so happy that Mr. Carl has been my teacher and coach for 4 years. Thank you, Mr. Carl, for pushing me to be the best I can possibly be.
Excellent educator. Well, been in this job for about 20 years. Put my heart and soul into it. I bleed blue and gold every year. Love the kids. They mean a lot to me. I take a lot of pride in my teaching, and it's really a privilege to be nominated for this award. I'd like to thank everyone that voted for me. And basically, I think it's my hard work and my effort and how I relate to the kids that made this possible.
As you can see, Peyton is really rooting for Mr. Carl for being this week's excellent educator. However, he is not the one that came out on top this week. Mr. Castillo got more votes and a few more reasons why he should be awarded this award. I, for one, know Mr. Castillo really well. He is my varsity track coach for jumping and running, and I've had many classes with him. He's a teacher that really supports his students. If you need help, he'll give it to you. And on the track team, he supports everyone, girls and boys. Despite him being just the boys' coach, he is there for every girls and boys jumper, teaching them what they need to do and how they need to do it. Congratulations to Mr. Castillo on being this week's excellent educator. Keep up the great work.
It seems that both teachers had great reasons to be this week's teacher. However, Mr. Castillo came out on top. Congratulations once again to Mr. Castillo, and keep up the great work in the classroom. Fidget spinners are becoming the latest and greatest thing to hit the market since sliced bread. The popular toy, initially intended to assist people with ADHD and anxiety, are becoming more and more popular to a broader audience. Many kids are bringing these toys to school, which is slowly becoming a distraction in the classroom. Reporter Jordan Lawrence has more on this new craze.
The new popular trend that is spinning into schools is the fidget spinner. It's a toy like a top, but spun in a hand rather than a surface. The user holds a pad on the center and flicks one of the 3 rounded blades. This sends the spinner rotating around a bearing at the center. The toy has been advertised as helping people who have trouble focusing or fidgeting, such as those with ADHD, autism, or anxiety, by acting as a release mechanism for nervous energy or stress. Experts were divided on this claim, with some supporting it while others have a different opinion and argue that the toy may be more distracting.
Number 3, Bethany, what was the answer again?
3.
3, yes. Boys, put that away right now or I'm waking you up.
No, I'm being serious. This helps with like my ADHD and concentration. Is that okay?
Seriously?
Yeah.
How does it do that?
I don't know. It just kind of helps me focus when I'm doing my work.
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Despite the original purpose, students are beginning to overuse them, causing a distraction to the world around them.
Sorry, you got a fidget spinner? Yeah, I got a fidget spinner. All right, sweet. Let's go to class. All right.
Something like this. Cruising down the street in my 6'4".
Oh snap! Oh snap! Oh snap!
Ain't ready for this.
Look at me now. Look at me now. Oh. I'm getting paper. Look at me now.
Or, yep.
Girls, 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 girls. It's the call. Girls, 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 girls.
Yeah.
Well, here we go again.
Fidget spinners definitely have their pros and cons. Regardless, the craze is continuing to grow more and more with these toys. Now it is time for this week's In the Halls. Since prom is just wrapping up, Wax News wanted to see if students understood the purpose of corsages and boutonnieres. The decorative flowers' initial purpose was to provide a pleasant scent for people that wore them. Now let's see what the students thought.
With the conclusion of this year's prom, we're in the halls to ask students why they may have gotten their date a boutonniere or a corsage. Can you tell me why people wear corsages and boutonnieres at prom?
Why people wear corsages and boutonnieres? Well, I think it just jazzes it up, makes it a little bit more classier outlook, I think. And I like how they kind of match the colors and stuff like that. I think that's a great idea.
All right, did you know that the actual original idea was that it made you smell better?
I can picture that after they're out there dancing, sweating up a storm. I bet a flower would smell a little better than some of those kids.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Can you tell me why people wear corsages and boutonnieres at formal dances?
I don't know.
Did you know that the original reason is to make them smell better?
Oh, that's interesting.
Thank you.
For fun?
Yes, no, but did you know that the original reason was to make themselves smell better?
That's a good call. I like that.
I don't know, because they're pretty.
That's a good response. Did you know that the original reason was to make them... Okie dokie then.
I have no idea.
Did you know that the original reason was to make them smell better?
I did not know that, but it makes sense. You should get a lot of flowers in here.
Maybe to like mock a wedding. I don't know.
Do you know the actual reason? Well, the original reason was because they made you smell better.
Why? Because they're flowers?
Yeah.
I have no clue.
Did you know that the original reason is to make them smell better?
I did not know that.
Not so much anymore, but you know.
Ooh, I think they just look pretty.
The original reason was actually so that they smelled better.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was like a perfume, a natural perfume. Can you guys tell me why people wear corsages and boutonnieres for prom?
They're pretty and they're to spend even more money.
That is a good corporate scheme, but actually the original reason was to make them smell better. It was like a natural perfume.
Because they're too lazy to plant them in the ground, so they just wrap it around there. Oh wait, I'm thinking about the wrong thing on it. No, I'm not.
No, it's a corsage, yeah, around the wrist.
Yeah, they're too lazy to plant them, so they just put it around their wrist and, in their pocket.
Okay.
Or to their pockets.
That's a new theory. I haven't heard that one. Do you know the actual original reason was to make them smell better?
Really? So
like
kind
a
of like
natural perfume.
ring around the posy kind of thing with the flowers.
Yes, kind of.
I actually have 2 flowers in my pocket right now.
I have no idea.
The original reason was actually to make them smell better. Kind of like a natural perfume.
That's weird.
Not so much anymore, but...
I have never been to prom, so I have no clue.
That's okay. The original reason was actually to make them smell better, like a natural perfume. Not so much anymore, though. Yeah. Wow, how cool. Those are nice flowers. Well, Alden, we hope that you had a great time at your prom, and while your perfume may be what made you smell nice, we're sure that your corsages and boutonnieres looked great.
The answers were interesting to say the least. Be sure to stay tuned next week for another In the Halls.
That just about wraps up today's broadcast. Thanks for sticking with us. In order to stay updated with everything Alden, be sure to follow Wax News on all of our favorite social media platforms.
You can always like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and add us on Snapchat by searching WACS News. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching WACS Network.
As always, you can check out the Wax News website by going to wacs.aldenschools.org.
For Wax News, I'm Carly Hapsha.
And I'm Alex Lee. Thanks for watching and have a great night.